Welcome back everybody to Let's Play Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion with me, TheDragoclaw. We're on the offensive.
Knowledge acquired.
I now realise the only problem about the starbase is when I jump out I'm going to lose all my antimatter and 25% of my health, but could be worse. I can make up for the losses of subjugation. My mouse is being very hard to control and gritty. Looks like it's got something on my mouse map. Enjoy the view while I clean my mouse map with my leg. Okay. That's better.
We await the Unity's command.
Now they should pull back the ships they use to attack me, because the AI usually puts very high priority in defending their homeworld. For good reason. It is their homeworld after all.
We seek minds to make our own.
Note how I'm ignoring that fleet on my horizon. Okay, now we turn to fight the fleet. And we start subjugating. Because after we take out that capital ship... Come on. After we take out that capital ship... I want all of their ships.
Knowledge acquired. Defilers encroach upon us. Your presence is strong.
Push away the fighters, because that looks awesome. You'll notice how I've got my adjudicators here just pummeling the structures. It's a pretty good view. Oh, we're noticing some endgame lag here. Might have to turn down some textures. Although I don't think that's I think it's just because the Sins engine is hardly the best. Okay, we're still subjugating. Firing on everything we can. Kind of hesitant about zooming in this far because, yep, 15 frames per second.
We seek minds to make our own.
Okay, level up for the Radiance. Yeah, let's give Cleansing Brilliance more power. I should not have left that on autocast. Amplify Energy Aura, because that's pretty awesome too.
Speak your mind.
Let's just get the Revelation doing what it does best.
We await the Unity's command. Our vengeance is yours. Knowledge acquired.
Push away the fighters. And let's get the tank taking the damage, shall we?
The future is ours.
Let's get some regen up there.
Enlighten us.
And
Pirate raiders have
put a
departed.
shield up. Where's this guy? Oh, he's right there.
Do not be afraid.
There's someone just far. No. I was wondering if there was a
We will wait
guardian vessel in a sweet spot where I could just push these guys out a little bit.
Desecrators assault our world.
But alas, there was not. But here comes the Hysteria. Isn't it a wonderful sound? So glad I had this ability. It speeds up the bombing damage so much.
Your thoughts.
So what, you take 1% population damage, planet damage and population killed a second. That's a lot. Not sure if it's 1% of current or 1% of total. I suppose if it's 1% of current, then you'd never be able to kill a planet with provoke Hysteria. Which I suppose makes a certain amount of sense, because eventually there's going to be one person left.
Your desires?
Yeah, so you can see here, you can get the decrease in antimatter cost and increase in duration and quantity of the cost reduction, but I really don't think it's worth it. I'm gonna get more subjugation because that's pretty good, and I'll get a bit more armor because you can never go wrong with armor on a Titan. Kind of want it to stay alive for as long as possible.
We await the Unity's command.
Everyone. Okay, you stop doing that, and then that, and that, and that, and that. No, I have not forgotten about the ice planet yet. Where I expect it's being torn apart, yeah.
An ominous force
That's okay, it bought us time.
of the galaxy.
And it also comes to my attention that I didn't fire the deliverance engine again. Damn it. Why didn't you warn me, YouTube? Why didn't you warn me? Screw it, let's just fire it anyway. So yeah, successful invasion. We ended up with more ships than we had going in, so I call that a success. A ton of fighters, most of them tech. Look, wow. You know, I used to think subjugation was only meh. I'm beginning to think it's actually pretty overpowered. Wow, I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's against the AI and it's not like focus firing it. I don't know. Surprised they didn't pull their ships out of there. Now, I'm not sure whether I should get the next level of population. Well, probably next 2 or 3 levels of population. So I can build more of my own ships, or just go with what I've got, because what I've got is pretty good. I'm just going to grab these. Probably should have had them a long time ago. That too.
Planet development complete.
Get that. That's always pretty good. Because I can research this subjugator here, and I quite like them, but I don't have the capacity to use them anymore. Because like upgrading to the next fleet supply, that gets me 270 supply. So yeah, I definitely have to research at least 2. I don't think that's worth it. I'd rather have the economy. Because I mean, if I could take the ships from the other people.
Desecrators assault our world.
I mean, granted they're only tech ships, but still.
Knowledge acquired.
And one last Hysteria. Look at that health drop.
We sense approaching invaders.
Approaching invaders, you say?
An enemy's capital has been destroyed.
And if we were playing the capital victory, there would go yellow. So that's how easy it is to lose a capital victory.
An ominous force disrupts the
So they're still very much in the game.
Not enough crystal.
The only problem is they have to stop me.
Knowledge acquired.
Yes, that is overconfidence you're hearing in my voice. Let's not do that, let's do that so we can keep the culture we have from the deliverance engine. And let's keep scanning, shall we?
Enable our revenge.
We kind of need
It
to
is
know...
destined.
There's their Titan. It's level 3 now. Oh, that's a big boy.
Knowledge acquired.
Now, in any other game at this point, I would just rush the occupation planet. However, I think I owe it to you guys to try and take out that Titan before I do so. So that's my plan of action. However, I'm not going to do it at that planet.
Construction finished.
I don't want to have to take out that Ogrov. I mean, it might not give me any choice,
We cannot build there.
but I don't want to have to do it if I can possibly avoid it.
Desecrators assault our world.
And yeah, this planet's still under attack. I'm fully confident in their ability to take it. However, in order to stop them taking it, I'll have to send ships there and then send them back when they've got this starbase here. So I'm actually quite content just to leave this planet to die. It's not going to contribute much to my economy. I've pretty much got everything I need.
Planet development complete. Construction.
Again, I'm a very lazy player.
Knowledge acquired.
As long as I've got what I need to survive and continue and win. Aha. Gotcha.
We seek minds to make our own.
Then I'm happy with it. I don't micromanage at all, unless it's a part like
Knowledge
that I
acquired.
enjoy. For example, I do kind of like messing around with like civilians and doing some planet name, well not planet, city name changes in Civ 4 and stuff like that. Some people would consider like make civilians and stuff like that micromanaging them micromanagement, but I don't know, I kind of like doing that, so I don't mind it. But I don't do it down to a degree
Revenge awaits.
that's improper. End of sentence. Okay. So as soon as the Corsev's done there, it's probably, if it's smart, going to go to its homeworld and try and take it, and it probably
Knowledge
will.
acquired.
I'm going to try and make that as hard as possible for it. I've got
An
synergy,
ominous force disrupts the balance of the
so
galaxy.
keeping these tightly knit together should make it more than a match
More
for the
planet upgrades are
Corsev.
needed.
For example, I would not want to send a capital ship into combat with 5 turrets and a repair bay and a hangar defense which is shielding all of them. Yeah, but I would not want to fight that with just one capital ship.
Phase jump
Because I mean,
underway.
the turrets are pretty hardy.
Desecrators assault our world.
Gee, I hope you don't actually fire an overlift cannon at me, that could be
Revenge awaits.
a bit gay. Oh, hi, Ankelon.
Knowledge acquired.
Charge
The
it.
enemy will know our wrath.
I actually did not expect to meet it here, but it's probably going to run. Or it's going to charge me back. That's perfectly fine. Deliverance engine, are you free? Yes, you are. Fire on this place. Okay, so what the deliverance engine will do is give me a bonus combat,
Our
and
forces
hopefully,
have engaged the
if it can
enemy.
repel the culture here, which is
We await the
Probably gonna be
Unity's
a-
command.
tough challenge, because there's quite a lot of culture there, it will give
They
me
will join
the
us
bonuses I
or
usually enjoy in
die.
my culture. Now the Ankelon is very defensive, so it's got a lot of hit points. However, I've got a ton of firepower, and it is dying extremely quickly. Wow. Now, I do kind of like the Ankelon, I think it looks pretty awesome. But I mean, look what I'm doing to it. Oh, there goes infusion. Let's get the interface back, shall we? That probably hurt a lot of my ships very badly.
Revenge awaits.
Okay, well, probably not
They
got
will
much left in
join
it.
us
Nah.
or die.
Yeah, it's going down extremely quickly. Target that.
Feel our wrath. The future
You-
is ours. Heathens be purged.
Malice. This Titan is going down.
Planet
When
development
fighting the Ankelon, usually brute force can get through it. I mean, I suppose that's true of any Titan. But it's a pretty strong ship. I mean, that infusion can do quite a lot of damage to frigates if they're closely
Your
packed
presence
together like
is
mine are. And there it goes.
Feel our revenge.
I don't know. A lot of the time,
An ominous
especially
force
against AI,
disrupts
brute
the
force
balance
works,
of the
but
galaxy.
Revenge
It can,
awaits.
some can like hang on for an annoyingly long period of time and allow their fleet to do so much damage to you.
We await the Unity's command.
Although I'd say rule of
They
thumb,
will
always target
join
the Titan
us
first.
or die.
Activate subjugation. We don't have. We're losing ships. Hopefully, we're losing the ships we got from the tech. Well,
Defilers
it
encroach
seems
upon us.
like I set a target, and I met that target within 6 minutes. Achievement get?
Revenge awaits. We await the
Okay,
Unity's
don't worry about
command.
bombarding this place, it's mine. Oh, this is their oh, this is their capital. Well, you know what happens to players' capitals.
Unleash our wrath.
Okay, energy absorption.
Construction finished.
Okay, so we lost a few ships, but we still have more than enough. And they've only got 1,000 people here. So,
Defilers encroach upon us.
this bomb will go quickly. My deliverance engine must have fired in the midst of all of that. Yeah, you can see here, that's probably not the
Desecrators
greatest.
assault our world.
The energy weapon cooldown is from my Halcyon carrier, but you can see down there 10% weapon range, 50% damage output, and 33%. Oh. Ignore the damage shared, but the 50% damage output, like, that's pretty significant, especially if you
Sense
consider a
approaching invaders.
Kodiak heavy cruiser. I mean, I think it's. Don't think that value there is modified, but 20, like, that's an extra 10 points of damage. So it's doing 30 autocannon damage with every shot. That's quite a bit.
The Unity's senses of pirate raid is inevitable.
And there goes the core serve. Bombarded this to death? No, only near death. Isn't that fun?
The Empire
Okay.
seeks to bribe our aggression.
Okay. Is it going to attack? Or is it just going to bypass? Looks like it's attacking. Is the defensive perimeter built? Yep, looks like it's fully built. And it's... Yep, it's moving away. Okay. Looks like we're good here.
We seek minds to make our
On the
own.
planet? Damn. Like... We
They
just
will join
mass
us
hysteria'd it. What do
or
you think?
die.
Damn it.
Their
Don't waste it.
worlds will
Ugh.
burn in the Unity's flames.
Well...
An ominous force
At this
disrupts the
point,
balance of the galaxy.
I don't think there's anything Yellow can do to stop me, because we've pretty much seen their entire fleet off twice. They've got no defences left, per se. I suppose they've... no, they haven't even got a starbase here, although our info is old.
We wait no longer. The Unity agrees.
No, they haven't even got a starbase here. I suppose they've got a Titan foundry and they're probably working on another one. Not quite yet, but they will eventually. Looks like they're starting to build a minefield. That will be no problem. In fact, it'll be added defense for me, thanks to my drone hosts. Yeah, so at this point what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this planet, then I'm going to take Dinius, and I'm going to head for the occupation planet.
An enemy's capital has been destroyed.
I'm going to guess they're going to move their capital to this place. I know, it kind of seems logical.
Revenge awaits.
Can we
Speak
colonize
your
here?
mind.
No, hostile culture is too strong. Not got deliverance engine yet, that's okay. Just speed up the game here.
We seek minds to make our own.
Okay, I was just making sure I was gaining culture there, because I could have been losing it.
Another planet
Looks like the
joins
culture
Unity.
station here is working, and yep, we've taken this place. Sure, do that. Now usually, when you get to this stage in the game where you're conquering places with a huge fleet, you probably shouldn't be bothering to scan for artifacts on planets unless you know where they are, because the AI usually does that automatically, and you'll know about it by this point in the game. So if you do, like, explore the planet, you're probably only going to find resources, which are, you know, still sometimes worth it, but at this point of the game you've got your you've got the base of your economy with your core worlds. The rest of these worlds you're taking, you're just trying to, like, just hold them so that the enemy doesn't have them, and then perhaps if they can make you a bit of money, great, but otherwise you're just, like, fortifying them and putting up culture stations.
We sense approaching invaders.
Just the lone core Sev again.
This force disrupts the balance of the galaxy.
Don't really think they have too much else, to be honest.
Construction finished.
I mean, they might.
Defilers
And who knows, they might be just gonna bomb it from the other side away from these defensive structures. They could pull what I... Oh, looks like they're...
We seek minds to make
Okay, all
our
stop.
own.
Let's just pause the game here for a second and think about something. Let's try and split the fleet in two, shall we? Is this their capital? Doesn't look like it yet, so I can just take it. In that case, I'll send the Radiants. A bunch of these guys. A bunch of these guys. Yeah, a bunch of these guys. I'll send these to counter-attack. You can be my control too. There's no good way to invert. Let's just unpause the game.
Voices speak as one.
And this will be control 1. Okay, control 2, get over there.
Revenge
Control
awaits.
1, get over there.
We sense approaching invaders.
So I don't think they're sending too much over here, and yeah, like, it's mostly Ogrovs.
Finished.
My Radiants can one-on-one that core Sev, and the heavy cruisers will just make mincemeat of everything else.
Construction
What I'm
finished.
sending is probably overkill, but I don't want to have to micromanage it, so
We seek
happy to just send
minds
them.
to make our
Stop
own.
subjugation. And yeah, okay, that's pretty good.
Stand by for phase.
It's very rare that I split my fleet up. I prefer to just stomp everyone with one fleet, but sometimes you just have to.
Construction finished.
Revenge awaits.
Our fleet.
I also
is
don't
over.
like that your fleet is
We
often
seek
quite
minds
vulnerable
to
when
make
you
our own. The
split
unity
it up.
calls us to action.
But I think I've got enough.
They will join us or die.
Take bomb that,
They
bomb
will
that.
join us or die. The enemy will know
Okay, where are
our
you?
wrath.
You move over there. Now I know that looks like it's going on a suicide mission through the mines, but thanks to this mind control, as soon as they're in range, they'll convert to my side. Can take a few seconds for it to activate. I think it's passive, like it just... It's kind of passive in a way, but it activates every few seconds forever, and doesn't need any antimatter. So, yeah, I believe it can still get hit by them.
Construction
Okay,
finished.
now return to the fleet. And now I have my own defensive perimeter of mines.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
The unity
Take out that, then
commands
take
your
out that, then take out
destruction.
that, then that,
The
then
unity
that,
commands your
then that,
destruction.
then ah.
The
That's the only problem with doing it with a
enemy
moving
will
camera.
know our wrath. They will join us or die. Their worlds will burn in the unity's flames.
Strikecraft build rate and armor decrease. Huh. I'm guessing that's a property of the Gauss platform. Haven't really seen that, to be honest. probably something I should know, but I don't play tech much and I haven't noticed it whenever I've been fighting them.
We await the Unity's command.
Now, I know this episode's run a bit long, but I think I'll sort of just take this planet and I'll head towards the Occupation Victory planet in this episode. Then I'll spend the last episode, will be the next one, in which we wait out the countdown. I think I'll leave this fleet as a rear guard, just in case they try anything. I mean, this fleet's probably going to try and take that asteroid, to be honest, and it probably could.
Revenge awaits. They will join
Use domination.
us or die.
I haven't prioritised the Titan's Foundry at the moment, because if they do produce a Titan, then this fleet's just going to slaughter it. It's just going to be free experience for my ships. So I'll just get to it when I get to it. However, seeing as this is no longer their isn't their capital, I can just take it. Nope, don't make it my capital. That'll be a bad decision.
Have engaged the enemy. An ominous force disrupts the balance of the galaxy.
Okay, I'm trying to position stuff in a strange angle. Probably should change it. And we'll upgrade that once.
Knowledge
Put
acquired.
it in there. Put a turret there.
We await the Unity's command.
It's probably the Titan Foundry. Well, it's definitely the Titan Foundry by seizing up all my tactical slots.
Planet
And
development
that's dead.
complete.
Okay, so we'll take this
They will
out.
join us
Then
or
we'll take
die.
that out, and then we'll get going towards the occupation planet. So let's speed that up, shall we? 27
Bounty
minutes.
has been depleted.
Let's see if we can make it a 30-minute video. Not at that frame rate, we can't. Now,
An
Then
ominous force
I've been
disrupts
considering
the balance of
also
the galaxy.
trying to find a strategy that works against higher AI difficulties like Cruel and Vicious.
That a great threat to the Unity draws near.
If you've watched my channel for
Revenge awaits.
about a year, I think it was a year ago that I did this, but I tried fighting Vicious. I played as the Sari loyalist, I think. I won't give any spoilers. I'll just merely say that the series is 3 episodes long. So yeah, I don't really have any decent strategies at fighting it. Or Cruel, to be honest. I fought Cruel once. It was on Trinity. I got my arse handed to me. Like, I don't know how long ago this was, like 2 years. I think it was before
Desecrators
YouTube.
assault our world.
And it was just pretty crazy. Like, they had an
Revenge
endgame fleet by the
awaits.
time I'd got star bases. I was just completely and utterly overwhelmed.
We obey the Unity's will.
And I don't know if there was anything I could have done differently, but perhaps if I tried on a different map. I suppose going multi-system would just, in a way, defeat the purpose. I think if I went multi-system like, I don't know, doppelgangers, it'd probably be a bit too easy. Or even, say, anything bigger than that, like huge, vast, random multi. That would probably
Planet development
defeat the purpose, because then they're so far away, it doesn't matter what difficulty level they're at. Because, like, you're gonna... In my mind, as soon as, like, the player gets to a level of where I'm at now,
We await the Unity's
there
command.
shouldn't really be anything that stops them from winning. It's just how the game plays out in my way. I don't know.
Construction finished.
It's difficult. Maybe I'm just saying that because once I get to this stage, I pretty much wipe out maybe half a map and then say, alright, I'm done, and then just quit the game. Because that's just the way I play. I don't like mopping up at all. I think if there's no challenge, then there's no fun. So maybe if you do play on a vast map, and maybe there is some difficulty in fighting like vicious and cruel, but in my opinion I think the hard part about fighting AIs on high difficulty levels is fighting them off at the beginning. That is far more intense and far more fun than amassing a huge fleet and then watching fights in like 5 frames per second, and then finding out your entire fleet's got wiped out and you have to rebuild it all, and that can take either a while because your economy is not properly set up, or it takes like 5 seconds, in which case, well, what's the point in even fighting? That's just my opinion.
Revenge awaits.
There are plenty of others, like I know Space Monkey, for example, really likes playing on the really large maps. I will never understand that. I much prefer playing on like maps like this. So, and we get a quick glimpse at Orange's fleet. It's the space starfish. And of course, we've got the obnoxious beams of a pulsar.
Revenge awaits.
Okay, now we're en route to... and we're already there. Okay, never mind the rest of that sentence. 31 minutes. Okay, this won't be a 30-minute video, this will probably be a 35-minute one.
The Unity calls us to action.
Natural resources have been found on our planet.
Ah, we found natural resources. These are... did we find... okay, we found efficient ship factories. If we found an anarchistic society...
Pirate raid is inevitable. Stand by for phase
pirate raid again, but...
An empire
not our problem.
thrive our aggression.
oh look, the flak frigate went first. Poor guy.
All bounty has been
So you're going to see the defences here. I'm just going to pause it real quick so you can just have a quick look. We've got one Culturask Titan, level 1, and a level 1, essentially, starbase. Ah, oh, damn, this place has been hit by a thing. That means our weapons are disabled, so we're going to have this sort of standoff. We might as well unpause it then. Wait, no. I'm not under... oh, okay, I'm under that. For a moment I thought I could fire, but they couldn't. That would have been quite amusing. See, I don't believe we're actually able to fire. No. Okay, so we're just going to sort of wait here. I recommend just sitting on the edge of a gravity well, because then these things won't be able to help the fight. So you can see they've got a pretty terrible fleet late game, but I mean, it's just enough to see off people so that you don't have a fight happening. Oh, and now the guns are back. Everyone open fire! So it's just enough to fend off early game rushes, but not enough to hold off the inevitable. I recommend going after the Titan first and then the Starbase.
Speak your mind. Pirate raiders have
Mostly
departed.
because the Titan can actually use abilities, whereas the Starbase can't. It's just a big gun.
We await the Unity's command.
We will wait no longer.
Okay, now fortunately Provoke Hysteria can be used on the occupation planet. So if you're in a multiplayer and you're playing as Advent, you've always got that avenue to go down to take it quickly.
The Unity commands your destruction. We seek minds to make our own.
Yeah, I could use subjugation, perhaps get a few Visari ships, but
We await
at this
the
point,
Unity's command.
this is the fleet's final battle. So I recommend bringing with you like
They
a
will
Talion
join
Saviour,
us or die.
or equivalent for other factions.
Their worlds will burn in the Unity's flames. They will join
Just
us
because
or die.
as soon as you take out all the initial
They will
defenders, you can
join
start
us
setting up a
or
starbase.
die.
Yeah, I mean, you just start setting up a starbase and you can defend it, because as soon as you colonize this planet, everyone in the galaxy is going to know about it.
Desecrated
Oh,
to
coronal
solve
mass
the
ejection.
world.
Disabled all our weapons. Welp. Okay,
The future is ours.
go on over planet then.
Another planet joins the Unity.
Okay, and with that, I think I'll end this episode here, and I'll see you next time when we'll wait out the rest of this counter.